Kick this bad boy off for this Thursday. Hello, everybody. Big waves. Good to have you. I want to tell you what a blessing you are to me to start my day. I'm not so sure I'm doing anything for you, but I'll tell you this, you're doing a lot for me. So selfishly, I'm glad we started this. So our word for today, word for this Thursday, is a big word because it's definitely something we're all going through, and it's called change. Change. And I'm just going to jump right into it, because if you really look at the definition of change, it's the act or instance of making or becoming different. Something different. And one of the things that, man, it was going through my mind, I said, I don't think any of us love change if we're just really honest. Like, we can be big and bad and say, man, I love to change. Well, okay. There's a book out, if you've never read it, that says, change is good. You go first. It's kind of like jumping in a cold creek. I'll go second. So a couple of things I wrote down that I want to share before I just tear up my paper and go, okay, this is on my heart. You know, when you're changing, it's kind of ties to fear. It kind of ties to stepping outside of into the land of uncomfortable. You know, we all live in, you know, I've had jobs before where I've got really comfortable at my job, and then an opportunity comes along and it's like, oh, I know it's the right thing to do, but it's uncomfortable. Like, I got to step out of the land of comfort into the land of uncomfortable. And that's not really fun. That's that thing called change. And we're scared we're going to lose something good. But here's the deal. We might gain something better. And I wrote that down. It's happened so many times in my life. And, you know, I think one of the reasons I resist change so much in my life at times is because I'm focused, like my mind is focused on what I'm giving up rather than what I'm gaining. Does that make sense? And so I had all this beautiful stuff about growth and flexibility and values and beliefs, and I just said, okay, here's where my heart is. I'm going to go back to the land of comfortable versus the land of uncomfortable. And I'm just going to say this. Almost a decade ago, and this is not a ploy or a sales pitch to get you to join my company, okay? But here's the thing. About a decade ago, I was a principal and an athletic director, and I just really wasn't happy where I was financially. And an opportunity came along in a very misunderstood industry. I'll just say it like that. Nod your head if you know what I'm talking about. I had an opportunity to join a company in network marketing. I'd never done it before. But I knew doing what I was doing was not getting me to where I wanted to go. I knew that. And somebody asked me, how did you know? Because I could go right down the hall and look like what the career, like I could look at somebody that'd been there for 25 years and go, that's what it looks like 25 years later. Not that that's a bad thing, but I wanted something more. And so I joined this misunderstood industry called network marketing, and I started building a business. And it grew kind of on the side. And then I made a decision to go full time. My side business, if you will, my side venture, some people call it side hustle. It over exceeded my full-time income. And I made a decision to leave education. I made a decision to walk out, to give up retirement. Whoo! To give up benefits. Whoo! And man, I want to tell you, you're talking about going from a land of comfort to changing and going to a land of uncomfortable. People talked about me. I was misunderstood. And that was so uncomfortable. But one of the things that I gain value from, I believe anytime you make a change, you're going to grow. There's growth involved. And one of the biggest growth curves that happened in my life when I jumped was I realized that when you go to that land of uncomfortable, I had done it other times in my career, but never in a misunderstood industry where people are just not educated. They just draw their assumptions. That's one of those things. That's one of those, all this stuff. And it's misunderstood rather than educating. So I'm over there, but the longer I stayed, I realized that it got more comfortable. It got more, in my mind, my belief grew, my value in what I was doing grew, my growth grew, my self-development grew, and my inner toughness grew. Does that make sense? Listen, I believe when you're going to go do something amazing in life, you're going to be uncomfortable. I think about a coach stepping into a new organization, and he or she has got to create a new culture. Like it's a bad culture and they got to change the culture, and they step into it. It's uncomfortable. It's tough. You got to gain strength inside. You got to gain knowledge. You got to have an inner circle of people around you. But change is uncomfortable. But if you stay there long enough, and if you fight there long enough, so much can be gained from it. And when you change that culture to something beautiful, oh, how gratifying. Oh, how exciting. And oh, how other people will take notice. And so this today, I don't know if this made any sense, but Coach Myra had my notes, and she's like, yeah, you did. You took a left. But that's on my heart, because there's somebody on here right now that wants to make a change, but you're hesitant. I understand that. I've been there. And I'll go there again at some point, because it's easy to get into a land of comfort. But I challenge you, if you want it and the pros are there, then jump out into that land of uncomfortable and just stay there long enough, because you're going to gain inner strength. You're going to gain so much power and so much belief from being there, and you're going to have so much growth. So, Coach Myra, that's my message for today on change. I'll turn it to you.
Wow. I just put in the comments, Coach P is bringing it today. Not that you don't bring it every day, but you was bringing it today. Yeah, I was looking at your notes and I was like, ooh, here you go. He is. He took a left. And I'm really glad you did. That was fantastic, Coach. Thank you. I'm going to hopefully, I hate to even follow up on that. Crap, I had to follow him last night on a call, and it was tough. And I'm going to have to follow him now. So maybe I can resonate a little bit with y'all this morning. Just very simply, to change is to make a material difference so that the thing is distinctly different from what it was to change one's opinion. That's a real long explanation. But my question to you is change good? I think so, yes. Change is good because we have the opportunity to embrace a brand new experience. Just what Brent was just talking about. That change was a scary change for him, but it was surely a brand new experience. New perspectives are always waiting for us just at the doorstep. If we are scared of change and we're not willing to change, we're missing opportunities. Our opportunities are always plentiful. When we look back in our lives, all of our really amazing things, we have a lot of amazing things because of new experiences that we had. If I wasn't willing to have changed through my entire career up till today, I would still be, I would not be happy. I would be looking back and thinking, Myra, what a dummy. You should have made that change. And fortunately, I had people in my life at that time that really encouraged me. And change, like Brent said, it really invokes fear in some of us, excitement in others, and it also invokes dread to some. So, embracing change allows us to adapt better to change and to become more flexible. Change can be harder on someone when we resist. When we sit there and we see an opportunity And, you know, I am a thinker. Sometimes I'm an overthinker, but I want to look in and research things. So when opportunities come along, it's going to force me to have to make a change. I really sit there and I want to resist. But you just have to do like my buddy Pat Summitt always says. It's right foot, left foot, breathe. You just keep moving. You know, the more we deal with change, the more used to it we become, and the easier it becomes to deal with it. You know, my advice to you today is keep your eyes wide open. Look for some opportunity that is going to allow you to change one little bitty thing in your life. You know, it's powerful when you are okay with change. And you know what? Let's be honest. Sometimes change doesn't always work out the way we want it to work out. But I can promise you, if you have the right perspective, once you decide to make that change, you're going to move forward in a positive way. That's it for today.
Coach,
I hope everybody, you know, I hope everybody has a great day. I don't know what it's doing where you're at, but it's rainy and cold, but I'm fixing to go hit the pavement, get my 1.5 miles, 2 miles in.
all right. Hey, thanks, Coach. And listen, thank you for being here this morning. You know, we got one more day this week. And if this added value to you today on change, feel free to chat it up in the chat section. This will be live on Facebook. Brent Palmer, I don't know, I think it's Brent Palmer Public Figure. It runs live there. We do watch parties across Facebook, so you can see yourself on a little bit later and invite other people back to this. This is just an amazing community getting together, and thank you for your time. Thank you for being here and spending a couple of minutes with us on this beautiful.
It's always good to see everybody, you know, and I want to, you know, April was a little worried about you. You look like you're out in the world with your mask, but I wanted to say it's good to see Tracy Black on today. That's my buddy from Killen, Alabama. I know he's out and about. He's probably fixing to go sell a house, but it's always great to see everybody. And like Brent said, you guys are the highlight of my day. I'm telling you, and that's the truth. So everybody enjoy it. Have a great day.
Good to see you, Tracy. Have a great day. Find somebody today.
Thank you, guys.